Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Danichas and welcome back to One Year 365. And today's discussion, we will actually talk about this is called Earth Hour. So Earth Hour, it's actually happening today. At the time I'm recording this, it will be for March 25th, I think, at least in the 2023, because apparently it's not a fixed date, meaning that every year it's gonna be changing depending on depending on other what is it like, it's not fixed pretty much. And how to what will be the point, right? Like the what is it called? Well, basically it's kind of difficult for me to explain, but basically it's gonna be like on certain Saturday or certain day at the certain week pretty much. So that's why it's gonna be different every year. um, yeah, let's actually start. What is Earth Hour? So Earth Hour, I actually knew about this since 2015, I think, or 2016 even. I think it's 2016. So I joined some kind of what is it like? I forgot what it's called. But it's about environment, like movement or something like that. Um, it's about doing campaign about like keeping your environment clean, etc., etc. But yeah, and one of the like event that we do or we did was about Earth Hour. So we did campaign throughout the the university. Well, not really university, but more like throughout the major that I was in chemical engineering. And yeah, just towards my friends, my seniors, my juniors, etc., etc. It's about Earth Hour, just to making campaign that basically what it is that we don't use any electricity for an hour. That's why it's called Earth Hour. Because for full hour we don't use electricity at all. It actually happened about evening. I think it's 8 p.m. or something. Just for an hour, so it's not gonna be it's not gonna be a big of deal really. It's gonna be easy. I mean, that's what I'm trying to say. However, though, it's gonna happen on Saturday, meaning that yeah, Saturday is the day where everyone is kinda relaxing after a long week of classes. Like stressful, saturated, and stuff like that. Um, so usually people just I don't know, like hang out somewhere or just go out or do I don't know, like Netflix and chill probably. I don't know. Um, or yeah, just like movie marathon and something like that, or just play with not play but more like yeah, just hang out with your roommates or something. That is a possibility, right? So it's kind of difficult in a way that it is actually Saturday night, but it is actually not really like difficult as well, because it only lasts for an hour. So yeah, I mean, you can always just go out somewhere, right? Like I don't know, like take dinner or something. I don't know, but yeah. Anyways, let's actually take a look at the site here. Article from Wikipedia as usual. Earth Hour is a worldwide movement organized by the World Wildlife Fund. Okay. Also, it's from Wildlife Fund. Interesting. I thought it's gonna be like, I don't know, WHO or something. Apparently not. It's from WWF. Interesting. I think it's for animals, right? I don't know, but yeah. The event is held annually, encouraging individuals, communities, and businesses to turn off non essential electric lights. Oh, it's lights actually, not electricity. Okay. But I think when we did that, I think we campaigned for, uh, you know, general electricity actually. So yeah, for 1 hour from 8:30 to 9:30 p.m. Okay, on the last Saturday of March. Okay, so that will be today. Yeah, this is the last Saturday, I believe, 25th of March. Okay. Um, for 1 hour, 8:30 to 9:30. So yeah, it's kind of a little bit late for dinner. Usually people dinner at 7 p.m., 6 p.m., but yeah, 8:30 it's like one and a half and and or 2.5 hour later. So yeah, I don't know, but again, like this is Saturday night. You're not really rushed into doing anything, I don't think. Yeah, because again, like the next day is Sunday anyway. So yeah. Um, what else? Oh yeah, electricity. I think we did electricity, lamp, like or lights. It's like one of them. There's also like TV, like laptop, etc., etc. Yeah. I don't know. Like maybe we were wrong. I don't know, but we just said that like general electricity that people always use. So yeah. I mean, it's fine anyways. Yeah. Again, like I said, like like you can always go out, chill with your friends, right? Yeah. Like again, like taking dinner or go to cafe or even just like maybe I don't know, do something in the dark, I guess. Yeah, I know. Now that I think about it, it's kind of a little bit difficult now. What are you going to do actually? If you don't use electricity at all? That is actually a great question. I don't know. I probably will just sleep, but that is not productive at all. To sleep for an hour and it's early evening as well, early night. Yeah, that is probably bad. So probably not sleeping. Reading is probably not feasible. Reading book that is not feasible because you cannot see anything. Using your phone is considered as using electricity as well. So it's actually a little bit difficult now that I think about it. What am I going to do? I think, like I said, I think I'm just gonna, like eat dinner. What, like what will it be? Since I live now like in my parents' house, so I guess I'm just gonna cook something in the dark. I mean, the stove that I'm using, it's gonna be like it has fire, right? I mean it uses fire, so that is already a light source. So I think it's fine to just cook in the dark. Yeah, not that it matters anyway. So yeah. Um, well, now that I think about it, that is probably a little bit too difficult as well, huh? How do I cook in the dark? Yeah, that is probably not visible again, huh? That is interesting, actually. I have no idea. Well, let me know then what you think. Like what will you do if you, for an hour without any electricity at all? But yeah. Phone obviously doesn't count. Cannot use phone, cannot use laptop, meaning that you cannot watch, like you cannot do Netflix and chill. Again, I have no idea. Maybe just take shower. That is actually a great idea. Take shower in the dark is still it's still doable actually. Yeah. What else? I guess an hour. Now that I think about it, an hour is probably a little bit too long if you're waiting it to be, to be over. But if you don't think about it, it's gonna last quickly. So what activity that you don't really think? Um, I don't know. Actually, it's very difficult. I think. I mean, I'm gonna, like, I'm also thinking about, doing something without, spending money as well, without doing lots of energy. So things like, just go out to the mall, like there is light there, or just, take a walk somewhere around the town. But the problem with that is that, you need transportation, right? And that already uses energy. So yeah, that is probably a little bit, I don't know, like contradictory with what your, the goal for this one as well. Like, you don't use energy, but you end up using even more energy just to transport from one location to another, or just yeah, like that in general, right? So yeah, that is actually a little bit interesting. Honestly, I have no idea. Unfortunately, should I? All right. Okay. I have no idea. Wait. Yeah. Now that I think about it, how did I do that back then? Like I did campaign, right? Obviously, I also did that. Oh, I see. I think I remember. It was a university, right? So I think I just went to my friend's dorm. It's like another building in another street. Like we're like apart for one street away pretty much. So it's not far. I actually took a walk, I think. Yeah, just to uh, so basically what I did there was that instead of me using electricity in my room and then my friend using electricity in their room, it's best to only have one of us to do that. So yeah, I didn't do that in my room, and I visited my friend's room, I think. But yeah, it's also not the thing that I always do every year as well. I don't think. Um, I just do it whenever I want, pretty much. So yeah. Um, Anyway, I think that will be it though. Obviously, there is things here that we can, yeah. There is also criticism. I think my friend actually got a really great point. Like just to, like being contrary with the concept is that, um, you use electricity or don't at all during that time. It doesn't actually matter because the electricity will still be produced anyway. So yeah, it's like when you're filling a bathtub with water or filling a bucket with water, but um, you don't use the water, but the problem is that the water tap, the water is still on and it's still filling the bucket. So it's not that you're stopping the production of the water, or refilling the water, or producing the electricity. It's just that you don't use that. So if anything, not using electricity is actually considered as a waste, because the electricity is still generated, and you're not using it. So yeah, and again, there is also, yeah, like I said, like example where instead of you're not using electricity and then you go out, taking your car or motorbike, you use gasoline. That is actually like probably more expensive or more energy consumption, compared to just simply not using any electricity at all. Yeah, I feel like like, yeah, my friend actually got a great point there. So yeah, I actually don't really understand as well because like we just did campaign. It's always been a thing, like a yearly thing. So yeah, we just did that. It's like awareness, pretty much. I mean, again, like I said, you can just stay at home, right, during that time. But yeah, it's just gonna be that it's gonna be a little bit dark. But yeah. Anyway, I think I'll be for this one. That is about Earth Hour, and yeah, my friend actually got a really great point there. About, like this is like a campaign, but we don't actually stop the thing from being produced. We just not using it, and the thing is that it's still being produced every time. So yeah, if anything, it's gonna be a little bit of a waste. So yeah. There is also another, like what is it, another point as well that my friend made. I forgot what it was, but um all right. Okay. So like if even if you manage to try to stop the like production of electricity during that time, there is actually a very expensive cost to do, because like power plant, we're talking about power plant, how power plant works, because I'm chemical engineering as well. So what I can say is that it's not an easy thing to turn on and to turn off, industry especially, because it really needs preparation. It takes a long time. Sometimes it can take hours just to prepare for the entire system to run up. It's like when you're turning off computer and then turning it back on. It needs time to load, right? To load to shut down, and then when you turn it on again, it needs time, or yeah, needs time to process the computer as well until you can use it, and sometimes it can take minutes depending on your like computer. And and then the point as well is that it's better to just leave the computer on instead of shutting it down for moments and then turning it back on, because again, like it will take time to load, and then like it takes more processing, meaning that it takes more energy, um instead of just leaving it on idle. So yeah, I guess that is actually a very great point as well by my friend. So yeah, but anyway, I think that'll be for this one. Unfortunately, we cannot really read everything, because I just want to talk about this from my own perspective, because I was one of the people from the organization kinda that also did this campaign about Earth Hour. But yeah, anyway, I think I'll prefer this one. It's more of like, again, it's more of like awareness, instead of like trying to do something. It's more like symbolic thing. Obviously, it's just symbolic or raising awareness that if you don't use any certain electronics, do not turn that on. Just turn that off if you don't use that. Like for instance, the lamp in your, or the lights in your bathroom, for instance, you don't always use that, right? So whenever you're not going to bathroom, just turn that off, etc., etc. If you're in the living room, the lights in your room, you make sure that you turn that off. If you're in your room, then make sure the lights in the living room, you turn that off as well. So it's just something like that, something simple like that. It's just raising awareness pretty much. So yeah. Anyway, then for this one, hope you guys enjoyed. Stay just healthy. I will see you again tomorrow with another 1 year 365. In fact, this is actually episode 299. Tomorrow will be episode 300. Yes, we finally reached 300th episode. That is kind of crazy. How far we have come in this series. Like we started 300 days ago. That is crazy, and we only have 65 days left until the entire thing ends. So yeah, but anyway, until tomorrow. See ya.